The very last session, a very special session because we have a guest. Just to tell you a little bit about our guest. He is a student and he is a reader, a writer, and also a blogger. I'd like to read something that I read right now from his blog. It's titled, "What Makes an Ending Good or Unsatisfying?" Bittersweet endings give you a life lesson that not everything turns out happy in the end. But even despite that, the world and general concept of life is beautiful. He also likes to review movies and books, and there's a review for Frozen. I'm just going to read you one line. "Nowadays, Frozen is a new Cinderella. Every kid cannot shut up about it. How awesome it is. But for me personally, I couldn't give two jacks about it." I'd like to invite Singye Namgyel, who's a 10-year-old sixth grader who loves to read, write, and blog.
Come, no? You were going to come and introduce him? No?
No, he was going to go. It's all yours. You can go ahead. If anyone would like to ask him questions after his introduction, you can go ahead as well.
It's on, it's on, it's on.
Good morning. My name is. Good evening. Good evening to you all. My name is Singye Namgyel. I am 11 years old in class 6A of Thimphu Primary School. I am very excited to be here in Mountain Echoes, as it is a pleasure to see all these people coming together and sharing their cultures and various thoughts. Writing is a big part of my life, and seeing so many people here who have already achieved the goal of becoming a fully fledged author is a wonder to me. And I would like to thank the people for inviting me here. My passion for writing started when I was 5 or 6 years old, and I think that at that time I was very interested in the little animal books that describe animals with just their names, which I was very interested in. And once I started reading them, my grandmother said that I would, since she said that I had a creative mind, she told me to write my own stories. And after a while, I started writing on a few pieces of paper and stapling them together to make my own short books. And after I forced my family to read them, they said that I should also start reading books to get more ideas on more creative books. And as I grew up, I started typing on the laptop, and nowadays it's my personal hobby to write on the laptop, and not just stories, but in general, whatever I want to write, it's always there on my laptop. And most of the files on my laptop, they aren't actually stories, but more or less short snips from my thoughts. Some of them are even fan fictions that I wrote just to change a set of events from some movies or books that had a set of events that I didn't generally prefer. And nowadays I've also started a blog. Actually, I started it 2 or 3 years ago, but it was hacked, and all the files were deleted. And I think I cried to my father and was not willing to rewrite the blog for 6 months. And after I looked at the internet, and I think I saw a few reviews of a few movies, and I think that I was inspired to write my own thoughts on a few things that I liked, and I just randomly wrote a few files based on some things that I liked, and wrote about why I liked him, and then I showed it to my father, and my father said that I should put it up on my blog. So today I started a blog, restarted the blog called Singye.pt, and now it's filled with reviews on several pieces of medium, such as television shows, movies, books, etc. And I just love simply writing about my thoughts on it. And nowadays I also write discussions on things such as endings or whatever the sort that requires to think. And so just a few days, actually, to be honest, I never knew about mountain echoes until I was asked to write the essay a few days ago, and at first I actually thought that I was supposed to write about actual echoes in the mountains, but then my mother explained to me that Mountain Echoes was a festival, literary festival held by Bhutan, and which gave me a sudden shock, because I usually I come to these sorts of festivals, and I never knew about Mountain Echoes until a few days ago. Now that I'm here, I'm very happy and proud to have been here, and it was an amazing experience seeing all these people and being able to just stay here with my friends. And Mountain Echoes is certainly one of the most enjoyable festivals I've ever been to. And I hope to visit more of it in the future. Thank you, Ajay.
Would anybody like to ask any questions?
We have time for 2-3 questions.
2-3 questions. Anything? Yes, please. Mr. Walker.
Congratulations, Singye. You have done very well. And can you explain in your own words what do you mean by creativity? Thank you.
Tell us how you write, how you begin to write. Tell us.
How you get ideas, how ideas come to you.
I think that just imagining writing, I have a much bigger passion towards writing than reading, and it's because I had a passion for writing that I became very interested in books. Generally, I prefer to not. I prefer to not read the very thick books, because I am a child, and as you know, towards things that involve politics or anything regarding that subject matter. But I've always been interested in things like fantasy, or generally anything that involves fiction or making my own characters, and I just enjoy thinking about these events in my mind, and just imagining what will happen in the end or what will happen in the beginning. When I was 6 or 7 years old, I used to write stories based on Bhutanese folktales, and now I focus more on modern. Now my writing works are more based on my thoughts, or somewhat more improved versions of my fantasy books.
I am absolutely delighted to listen to you. I have grandchildren, and I hope that at your age, they will be able to say what you have said. I have just one suggestion. The land of the Thunder Dragon has so many myths and so many stories that beat Harry Potter. Try and write a Harry Potter for Bhutan. Just think and see what you can do and bring a Bhutanese magic person, a young man who fights evil in today's world.
I'm curious to hear who are your readers and what your friends say about after they read some of your writings.
I don't.
Do you get any response in your blog? Do they write back to you? Do you get comment on your writing?
Yes, I believe there are a few commenters on my blog, but mostly I just love it to express my opinion, and actually almost none of my writing works have been shown to anyone because they're, like I said before, they're just random thoughts from my mind, and I don't think they're good for actual reading.
If I could just jump in, I actually managed to read one of the comments, and someone actually said, "I can't believe you're 10 years old, but you need to make your writing a little shorter." Because he talks about one movie, and he goes on and on and on, and it's very interesting actually.
He needs an editor.
Definitely check it out. It's www.singye.pt, right? And Singye, would you like to say anything else as a closing remark? Keep writing, or please check out my blog or anything like that. Any last words? I think you have one more question, Namgyel.
No, I'm just not a question. I'm just amazed. It's unbelievable. Especially, this may not be the case in India, where you have generations of educated society. But in Bhutan, it's our second generation or even first generation, and I'm just speechless. I really admire, and then I think there are a lot of students here from different schools, and this is a source of inspiration. Read, and we have to read. Even to become, somebody in life, I think reading is the starting point. I admire people who read, because I read a lot. And I think you should be, inspiring people here. Our Bhutanese are not usually so much into reading. And when I heard your name, and then when I saw you talking to us, I recollect a king of Ladakh, whose name was Singye Namgyel, and he was a contemporary of Shatrungnaung Namgyel, 17th century. I'm just beginning to wonder, aren't you an incarnation of... Thank you.
You want to say something? May I say something to you? Singye, I'm one of the two directors of this festival, and we do literature festivals around the world. And we are proud and honored to have you with us because you actually made us all think. And it is said once that to become truly mature is to regain the sense of earnestness of a child at play. And that is what creativity is. You've really taught all of us in the audience a lot. And I hope you and your friends learn from our festival. We, all of us, proudly appoint you our unofficial book ambassador for next year. And I hope we have such book ambassadors building up across Bhutan. And another round of applause for books, for reading, writing, and this language.